Well, what's up folks, it's Fuzz here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going back to our budget roots. Today we're taking a look at a $10 StatTrak loadout. So this means you're going to get 15 skins in total, the 15 most commonly used skins in the game, at least for competitive and I think in general play as well. You're going to get 10 of them in there. Total cost is $10.25. Absolutely banging. If you do enjoy it, hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and let's go right into it. As usual, what we'll do is we'll start off with the pistol. So for the Glock, we're going to run with the Glock Winterized. You can get this in a minimum wear for 37 cents. Recently, honestly, this is a skin that I've started to like a lot. Even not even just in the budget elements. Obviously it's great that it's budget, but it's just a super clean skin, and the fact you can get it in StatTrak for less than $50, I think is pretty cool. Over on the USP, I had been considering a Ticket to Hell as the option, but I ended up going for a minimum wear USPS flashback. It's $1.35. Huge fan of the flashback skins. I love that it's got the shush on the suppressor, and overall this looks really well, and it's not a skin that like the StatTrak counter clashes with, which is important. Now, as much as we normally try to avoid battle scarred skins, I've actually gone for a battle scarred light rail here. It's $1.83 for the StatTrak version, and if I get the normal inspect on it, it actually looks better in the battle scarred compared to factory new because the color blends a bit deeper in and you get a bit more like depth and texture on the black, so it looks really cool. Over on the P250, I've gone for the fan favorite cassette. We're going to get this in minimal wear, which in a good flow it looks pretty much immaculate, I'll be honest. A little bit of wear near the back of the barrel, which you can see, but again, a super clean StatTrak pistol. And then our last pistol is going to be the 5.7 scroll. We're going to actually get this one field tested, but it doesn't look too bad. It's not a skin that wears too badly at all, so you know, 11% for this, absolutely laughing. And now it's time to look at the rifles, which is probably the most important part of this. Now, for the AK, you could go for something like a Slate, but it eats half your budget. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go and pick up an Uncharted. We're going to get it in minimal wear. It's going to be $1.63. This is a wonderful starting AK. The actual design, like on the wood, has actually been like engraved into the wood, which is really cool. Then it tries to continue that into the metalwork. Minimum wear for $1.63. I really like this. And then basically your first upgrade would probably be upgrading your AK whenever you get your next bunch of money for upgrades. For the M4A1S, I was looking at a flashback or the Night Terror, and I'm going for a field test Night Terror for $2.23. This is a absolute fan favorite skin as well. Everyone loves it. The more towards battle scarred and into battle scarred you go, the more purple it looks. Field test, it was the cheapest option out of the bunch, and that's why we went for it. Now, even though we're on a $10 budget, I do want to include both a M4A4 and an A1S. So for the M4A4, we're going to have a StatTrak Magnesium. You can get this and field test it, and it doesn't wear too badly at all. Still looks super clean if you need an M4 option. The op we go for is going to be the op Capillary, because you can get this in minimal wear for $1.27. We actually ranked this one quite decently in our ranking of every single op skin in yesterday's video, which will be linked down below if you want to go check that out and see how your favorite op ranked out of all 40. But I think this is a really clean budget option that you can definitely use for quite some time before needing an upgrade, especially if you just put a cheap sticker on the scope. For the Scout, I'm opting for a mainframe in field test it because it's a brightness skin, so you pay 13 cents, field test it, just looks clean, and you can count your kills. The FAMAS is probably the only real disappointing part of this, if I'm being honest. It's the Meow 36. It's not a great skin, but you can get it field tested for 13 cents. So if you're desperate for a StatTrak FAMAS skin, it doesn't break the bank, this is what you're going to run with. And then we finish our rifles with the Gil. I was looking at a destroyer, but I end up going for a black sand field tested for 21 cents, because again, it doesn't wear too badly, and although it's not a bright skin, this sort of camouflage pattern on the black sand actually looks pretty good. We keep the black sand theme coming when it comes to the SMGs, and we can get a minimal wear version in the MP9 for 16 cents. So super cheap, super cheerful, looks apart for the budget MP9, and you can upgrade that further down the line. We're running it back with the absolute favorite, basically of all time, cheap CSGO skin. It's going to be the Mac 10 Ensnared. Minimal wear for this, 28 cents. For a design that actually has a lot of detail on it and looks so clean in game. And if you do eventually get gloves, we've got the black tie driver gloves here, but you can basically pair a skin like this with anything. And then we'll finish things off with the Mag 7. I've gone for a field tested foresight here. Honestly, Mac 10 was purely just going cheap and cheerful. I think with the fact you're paying 10 cents for this, it actually does look decent. And you're not going to use the Mag 7 too often, but it's nice to have it in there in case you are on some sort of weird eco round. But that rounds off all 15 skins we have in here. As I mentioned, the total comes to $10.25. So a little bit over the budget, but 25 cents is nothing in the grand scheme of things here. And I think you get 15 great skins to start building out your CSGO inventory. And once again, we've sort of showcased that you don't need to spend big to have a nice inventory in CSGO. So please let me know which one was your favorite out of the 15. For me, I'm probably going to lean towards the Glock Winterized or the USPS Flashback. I think they're just two super clean skins. And we also discovered that the Battle Scarred Night Terror with the Battle Scarred Hollows looks kind of sick. So, let me know which one is your favorite. Also, let me know if you think I've missed any out of this. Like, what would you have replaced? And outside of that, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're around here, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.